Popeye Makes a Movie is basically pointless. This is a famous studios cartoon from 1950. It's directed by Seymour Kneitel, Willard Bowsky, Dave Fleischer, and Thomas Johnson. The Dave Fleischer aspect is from archive footage, and I believe that's the case for Willard Bowsky as well, but correct me if I'm wrong. We have a story by Isidore Klein with a voice cast including Jackson Beck, Jack Mercer, Mae Queste, and Sid Raymond. And he got off to a really good start. I loved the beginning, absolutely adored it. And then a couple of minutes into it, I realised what was happening and I found it to be incredibly boring. It starts off with Popeye and Olive Oil at the film studio, and they're in the makeup chairs getting ready at Popeye Productions. And then he asks his nephews, who I absolutely love, if they want to see how a film is made. And of course they do. So he goes to the film set, and they're about to record the film. They're about to start filming, and then the rest of the cartoon is Popeye the Sailor meets Alibaba's 40 Thieves. Which is not terrible, but it's by no means one of my favourite Popeye cartoons, but that's the rest of it. We have some brief new footage at the beginning, and after that, it's just a cartoon that already exists, and it's just completely pointless. I find it irritating when they just create compilations and we have maybe 30 seconds from various cartoons to try and create a new cartoon. But this one is literally just setting things up, and then pretty much for the most part it's just that other cartoon, and I don't understand the point. And it's such a shame because I love films about films, I love cartoons about films, I love the studio environment, it's really well animated, the new footage that we get here is really, really great. And if they'd done a bit more of an editing job and cut back and forth between the cartoon they were making and then Popeye in the studio and kind of went back and forth a bit more, that could have been a little bit more entertaining. I still wouldn't have loved the 40 Thieves cartoon, it's just not one of my favourites, but it would have made a bit more sense. It would have seemed like it served a bit more of a purpose. Let's see the, if you like, behind the scenes of how they made that cartoon, as it were. And that could have been really great, but what we got, for the most part, was not that. And it just feels like it doesn't serve any purpose. It's not entertaining. If I wanted to watch that cartoon, I would. But aside from a strong start, I don't really recommend it. Popeye Makes a Movie just is not a good cartoon.